Hey y'all, welcome back to Hopped Up Beer Review. We are doing our 2024 Beer Garden collection, and this is beer number 2, Anna's Geheimnisse Schwarzbier from the Klosterbrauerei Neuzelle out of Neuzelle, Deutschland. Dankeschön.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give your unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer that we are drinking and reviewing. We are back to do that once again and appreciate you joining us on this journey of beer reviewing. I've got Jay, I've got Andy in the attic. Gentlemen, what are we drinking this evening?
I defer to Andy.
Indeed.
Anna's Geheimnisse Schwarzbier from the Klosterbrauerei Neuzelle out of Neuzelle, Germany, Deutschland.
Sounds good. Well, mine's happening to open itself.
Beer Garden collection, number 2 in the recommended pathway.
Yes. We're following the map.
Dark.
Schwarzbier.
I love these. I love these box collections. They're so cool.
Well, for our faithful fan who follows us the past 2 years, we did the advent calendar that you can get at Costco.
Mm-hmm.
They're not doing that this year, so they're doing the Beer Garden collection, and we are all the better for it.
We were lucky to find it. So,
cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates. I got a little foam.
Ben's got a lot of head.
I think there's some beer under there somewhere.
Well, that's all right. You get to taste the roasty part, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of your favorites.
I like a good Schwarzbier.
Yeah.
So Anna's Geheimnisse Schwarzbier is 5.3%. Schwarzbier meaning black beer. Flavor of toasted malt, caramel, dark chocolate. Anna's Geheimnisse, translated to English, means Anna's secret.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Salty.
You don't know what the secret is. Geheimnisse. And that's it for the beer. I've researched a good portion of these beers, and they don't provide a lot of information. And yeah, even going to the brewery sites. But the Klosterbrauerei Neuzelle out of Neuzelle, Germany, way back to 1416, they were making beer there. That's when it was first brewed at the monastery. And then this monastery didn't actually started almost not quite 200 years earlier in 1268. So the brewery didn't start but years later. So by the old monks doing it. And then they didn't really have a interesting history, although just like a lot of those German breweries and other breweries in 1892, what do you think happened?
Fire.
Yeah, it burned down. Yeah, but they put a brewery back. So. Yeah. That's it. I'm going to enjoy this.
All right. So yeah,
show my box.
Yeah, Ben, why don't you show off the box and tell about it?
Because it's over here underneath stuff.
Well, why don't you talk about it while Andy shows it?
So there's a box, and it's got beer in it. So there you go.
Ben really likes the graphic design on it. It's like, that's better than you can ever do.
As you guys may have heard in our live stream, we're doing the Beer Garden collection from Costco. This is one that they released in the September timeframe, which We managed to snag 3 of these, all from the same place, so that made sure they were consistent and had the same things. I think they're all consistent this year. We ran into that problem with the advent calendar boxes last year, how they had different beers and different regions, and so we had to kind of mix and match and play a wild card last year on it. But this year we're excited about this. So as Andy's showing off, and we've talked about in the live stream, it's got all the beers there, and it kind of has a little trail that you follow the beers.
I'm not going to do this for every episode, you people.
Yeah, just for the live stream and
Got
for
a
this.
pathway. You start here.
Yeah. Kind of winds you around, and it has the little tabs where you can pull down and pull them up and pull the beers out. Or if you really want to be
Might
lazy,
do this
you
for
just
the
open
very
it
last. Again, things heavy.
Just getting your cardio in. There you go.
Yeah. Well,
there we go.
It's 2 beers light, so yeah.
Yeah, and as we talked about the advent calendar, they were not doing that at Costco this year. The story I read was that Costco put their order in late, and Kalia, if that's how you pronounce the group that puts those together, just did not have the time or the production to put them out.
Understandable, because they were independent small breweries.
Yep.
I mean, you think of all the Costco's in the U.S.
And I noticed that this box, wherever mine is, was not available in every state. They listed certain states that they were available in, and luckily Jay was able to grab them. So
yeah, it was only like maybe a couple dozen, if that, or less than that. I mean, it was maybe 18, maybe.
And you picked up 12 of them, right? You got a bunch
of them. Yeah. I just got them stocked away.
Pumped that it's beer that we haven't had before, whereas like the 2023 advent calendar had a lot of repeat beers of the 2022.
But to the point with Costco and Kalia, if that's how you say it, you would think that Kalia would reach out knowing well in advance their timeline, but because it seems like they do this for a living. What I read or saw from them online, they do a lot of different beer box collections. So
yeah, I don't know where the breakdown of the communication was. I'm just glad there is something that we could grab. Obviously, we're not doing it as an advent calendar, but I'm happy to try some different German beer because we've had a lot of fun with that over the last 2 years. So
I do want to note out. I noticed the typo on the can. It's supposed to be Schwarzbier, and it's Schwarz beer. I hope that's not a foreshadowing of what's to come.
Right. With that, we better hurry up and review this.
Yes. Yeah, I was about to say, I got a lot of stairs to get down.
All right. Who wants to jump in there and go first?
All right, Ben. You know how it goes.
All right, Jay. What you think?
This one is rather tasty. I've been excited to get into this, and having the one we did on the live stream and this one, it's good to be back into the good German beers that we're used to in these boxes. Some of the ones in the last couple of years, they get lost in the shuffle with some of those Helles lagers and things like that. But a good Schwarzbier like this, I mean, it's got good flavor, not too heavy, not too roasty. It's very tasty to me. I'm going to give it a 7.5.
All right, I will jump in there and go. I think it's always fun to get these groups of beers that are, you get a few that are similar, and you can kind of, as you go through it, you can kind of rate one against the other. So definitely like that about it. And just to have a chance to get beer that we normally don't see is always fun because it's just so restricted in the 2 states that we live in. That being said, this one, it's light. The first sip I got off of this, I got the dark chocolate. It's kind of calmed down. It's kind of mellowed a little bit. And now it's just, it's just from for lack of a better term, a light dark beer. I get, just the malts do come through, but it's a light roasted. I would, if we were talking coffee here, this is your light roast. It doesn't have any coffee flavor to it. I'm just saying from a scale for me. But this is a great one. It would be one to get and put in the fridge. And I mean, dare I say it, this would even potentially be a good keg beer because it's just so light bodied, low ABV, and would be something nice to have some more of. So with that, I am going to give this one a 7.5.
You gents have hit a lot of talking points. I too find that nice toasty maltiness, but no real coffee flavor. A little sweet to it, just mild, like a baker's chocolate, kind of semi-sweet.
Yep.
And it is very easy to drink. I was making myself slow down and just kind of enjoy it and live in the moment because I don't know, I'm kind of infatuated by this beer. I'm going to give it. I definitely think it's a keg beer, but I'm going to give it an 8.0. This one, I like a good Schwarzbier, and this is like, to me, almost like the Schwarztinte goodness. This is, getting close to the Shingu goodness to me.
Yeah, it's up there. I mean, it's definitely really good. So.
Jesus.
Jay's got 9 more of them, so there you go. You know where to get some. That is going to be a 7.7 for the honest Geheimnisse
Schwarzbier.
Yeah, I'm just so focused on saying the German part, right?
And his secret.
There you go.
Secret.
Definitely, I think if you haven't yet grabbed one of these boxes, which maybe you haven't, if they're still out there, run to Costco, see if you can pick one up. We're gonna be running through this thing. We're not doing it in any necessarily all of them at once, or we are going to do them in order of the map, but we aren't necessarily going to do these as like an advent calendar like we have done the ones in the past. But definitely would love to have you along on that journey. So grab one if you can still find it, and we'd love to share those beers with you. With that, be sure to like, subscribe, cheers that notification bell so you'll be notified when these videos do come out in the future. Check us out on all social media links down below in the description. Come say hey in our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. It is a chat room, and we would love to chat about these beers and the others that we are having. And if you have any interesting Hopped Up Beer Review merch, we've got a link down below. You can grab some stuff. And lastly, you have any interest in any of the stuff that we use to film the show or the glassware that we use that you can purchase online, like the glassware Andy is showing there. We've got some links down below for that. You can check that out as you have time. For Andy in the attic and Jay, I have been. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Found out the secret.
You found Anna's secret.